Okay, well, I'm going to call the... Okay, I'm calling the meeting back to order. Motion to accept the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Second them.
Thank you. So Gould, Willis. Did you want to talk today? Yeah? Okay, so we're going to add one new business, SCADA. Jared will talk about it. Something happened yesterday. Okay, motion to accept as amended. All in favor? Okay. Okay, first thing on the agenda is a correspondence that we need action requested. Yesterday the Legion dropped off a letter. I think you guys all got to see it.
Yep.
Pretty simple. They're applying for a grant to do some upgrades to the facility. And unfortunately, the grant has to be in by the 1st of November, and just happened that we were having a meeting today, so I asked for it to be on today's meeting. So, does anybody have any questions?
So moved.
Okay, Councillor
Second.
Elliott, McLean. Any questions? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. 10, bylaws and resolutions, permissive tax exemption. James?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So again, presenting the permissive tax exemption bylaw from the meeting on Tuesday. Got an opinion from the province on the property in question. It turns out we are legal to proceed. It's up to council's discretion as to the use of a building. So the bylaw was amended to include both the properties in question that were asked for, and we asked for council's approval.
Perfect. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions? Motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Councillor McLean. Councillor Willis. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. 11, new business. SCADA. Jared.
Yes, thank you. So, it was last month or so we had that big lightning storm that came through, and it wiped out part of our SCADA system and controls the communication for our wells and effluent. Our system's pretty old. We're looking for parts, and there's no parts available for the system anymore. So to get by, we actually managed to get the parts from the old public works yard when we had the system back up and running. We're looking at options to kind of fix it. Yesterday's power outage bumped it again, blew everything again, same problem. Luckily, last night Morgan at a ditch effort just had this old component laying around. He plugged it in and it's working. This is not going to be the case moving forward. If it happens again, we have no parts and no way to fix it. And that means that the crew would have to manually work the whole system through 24 hours. So we're going to have to be looking at to replace the radio communications on all stations. We had an estimate done by a contractor last year, I believe, actually during budgeting times last year, for I think it was 150 to 170,000 to replace it all, but that was a full package. So now that would be minus 2 stations because we have builder one being done and the new wells. So we're going to get a new estimate done, but James is thinking we might be able to get this through insurance, possibly, but if not, it's going to have to be done in emergency style somehow.
Yep.
With SCADA?
Sorry, the SCADA is the computer system that lets all the stations talk to each other. So for filling the reservoirs and the pumps turning on, it's an automated system, so it works by itself.
Okay, so it just tells us the level of our wells and stuff and reservoirs?
Yeah, the levels, and it makes sure that they talk to each other and turn on and off by themselves.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so when it's down, you have to constantly manually
Yeah.
inspect and pump and turn things on and off.
So, through James, where do we get it from?
So the lift stations that were hit by lightning, we plan on instigating an insurance claim to get that part of it reimbursed, usually through code upgrades and through redundancies. Insurance will end up covering the most current version of whatever hardware is in there. If not, if we have certain structures or things that are covered under older systems. We do have a water reserve, and we do have the $7 million of borrowing. So we have two different sources of funds that can be used to fund this project.
And this is kind of an upgrade to infrastructure anyway, so it qualifies under the 7.
That's correct.
The only thing is the insurance claim going to slow down our ability to be able to, this gives me freaky things about our system not functioning. Is that going to slow down our ability to get a hold of this?
It was in the 5-year capital plan. What we're talking about now is moving that timeline up a year or two. So we had a little bit of time to plan for future movement. If we want to move on this quickly, the insurance will cover what the insurance covers, but we need to make sure we have a backup source of funds. That's why we're talking about the loan and the reserves as being a backup to the insurance. So I don't have those figures currently, but we're working on them.
The last point is that if we are in the process of applying for it from the insurance and we go ahead and buy it, that's not going to be a negative influence on whether we get the money from
That's
insurance.
one of the points that we need to figure out is if we make this claim, number one, does it fit under our deductible? And number two, will it affect insurance going forward? So those are always two questions that we ask whenever we make a claim.
Right.
And then as soon as we have that data, we'll bring this back to council and just make sure everyone's updated on the current facts.
So today, I think we should give a motion saying to proceed looking into this and then report back to us as soon as possible.
Absolutely. I would so move.
I'll
Thank you.
second.
So McLean moved, seconded by Gould. Did you have a comment or a question?
No, that's it. Very
Okay.
important.
Any other questions for Jared? Okay, I'll call the question. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. And that takes us to adjournment. So motion to adjourn. Thank you, Councillor Willis. Seconded. Councillor McLean. All in favor? Carried. Thank you, everybody, and thanks for coming. Goodbye.